Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Are they salmon or men? Or salmon? Who cares? They still look awesome. Humanoids from the deep. This is the 1980 cult classic B-movie that was produced by B-movie master Roger Corman and directed by Barbara Peters, as well as ghost directed by Jimmy T. Murakami. Yeah. Make sure to check out my previous review for Piranha Double D, the sequel to the second remake of Piranha. The plot: in the small fishing town of Noio, something fishy is going on. Dogs are found dead and people are starting to be killed off by these salmon. Now it's up to a local fisherman, a local Native American, an outsider who's also a scientist, and a few other locals to stop the humanoid horror. I first saw this movie when I was probably about 16 or 17, maybe a bit younger. Maybe even 13 or 14, who knows. I loved it then and I love it now. Now, Humanoids from the Deep is an oddball of a film. It's schlocky and cheesy. Very sleazy, with all the sex and blood and atmosphere that's very cheesy. Jim Hill, played by the late Doug Mcclure, from The Land That Time Forgot, The People That Time Forgot, At Earth's Core, and Warlords of Atlantis, is Doug Mcclure. He's just kind of phoning it in this movie. He doesn't give a crap about anything that's happening. I mean, he does, but he just is so nonchalant about everything. He's like, what's going on with you? Send the dog out there. He'll find out what's going on. I'm too busy talking to the sheriff and playing with my kid. Slattery, played by Vic Morrow from 1990, The Bronx Warriors, and The Last Shark, is very charismatic as always. He is trying to be a racist towards Johnny Eagle, played by Anthony Pena, but he also is a slimeball who tries to get what he wants for the town, mainly himself. Speaking of Johnny Eagle, he kind of is monotone as well, but I honestly don't know why he's in the movie. I mean, I get there's a racial tension and a land dispute going on, but I just want to see humanoids kill people. And it's only 80 minutes long. Catch me a break. Dr. Susan Drake, played by Ann Turkel, is the scientist. She seems like she's actually giving a crap in her performance, trying to do something really good in a few scenes. I like the part where she's dancing with the other scientist, and she seems so uninterested in this guy. It's hilarious. Carol Hill, who is Jim's wife, played by Cindy Weintraub from The Prowler, is his wife. I mean, she doesn't do much until the very end, where she becomes like a kick-butt character. The ending scene with Carol is awesome and savage as hell. Only 3 suits were built for this film. Clever camera tricks were utilized to make it seem like there were more than one. Like I said before, the film was ghost directed by Jimmy, but Barbara originally directed a much tamer movie with less boobs and more blood. But the men were brutally being killed, and the woman raped in shadow form off the walls and stuff. That's why Jimmy was brought in, to spice things up. Not only was Barbara upset by this, but so was Ann Turkel, who signed up for a dark movie, not a sleazy one. She even went to some television circuits and was like, do not see this movie. Well, I kinda get where she's coming from, but at the same time, you're working with Roger Corman. What did you expect? This movie has a lot of cool qualities to it. One of which is, of course, the gore, the effects. We get tons of blood and mutilated corpses in this movie. There's also a head that is gruesomely removed from one's body. A decapitation, if you will. A dude is crushed via bear hug, and there's tons of bloody slashes leaving flesh ripped and ribs or spine exposed. We can't forget about the mangled faces. Rob Bottin created the humanoid suits, and they are disgustingly beautiful. with the exposed brain and big red lips. The motion picture soundtrack, I have the CD, of course. It was composed by James Horner, who composed Wolfen and Aliens after this. He composed the music for this movie in 14 days. From during the opening credits showcasing the town of Noyo and all of its idyllic and cozy nature to the intense sequences of creature attacks, one of the film's strongest aspects is its score. If you buy the soundtrack, you'll also be surprised to find out that Christopher Leonard's 1996 remake score is also on here. Overall, this is one of the best cheese-ridden, blood-soaked, breast-filled monster movies to come out of the early 80s. With a low budget, this film managed to pull in $2.5 million, which it wasn't as successful as Piranha 1978, but it still managed to be a great contender as one of Corman's better creature flicks from this time period. Still, to this day, I feel there is something missing in this movie. Maybe it's too short, maybe it's just the input of two directors, but something has always been off. I can never place my finger on it, but I think it might be the pacing. I highly recommend this movie regardless. Overall, I give Humanoids from the Deep a 2.5 out of 5. Thank you all for watching, and I am Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon, where even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Plus, you get access to body counts and other music videos that you can't get on YouTube because of copyright and age restriction. Also, hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always, subscribe.